Great. Should be live, and we're just going to continue where we left off. So first of all, a couple changes from the previous stream. One, my connection to the server seems to be marginally better. Two, I've made sure that I can actually be heard, because on the previous stream it was really quiet. So I'm not sure if people are able to hear me, but they were able to hear me, but they certainly are now. Hopefully. If you can't, just let me know. The third thing is I've muted chat in game, so that the endless barrage of kill and death messages I get while playing these games doesn't cover half my screen. I think those are some reasonable changes to make. But yeah, this is episode 2 of shaking off the rust, so to speak, and proving I'm actually I still got it, so to speak. And so yeah, I tried explaining this in my last episode, but you probably couldn't have heard me. Oh, that's a... Ooh. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. No. Jeez. Can't PvP today. I'm so bad. I'm somehow tied for first in this game, but as I've mentioned before, first does not matter, or not necessarily matter. What matters is that, oh boy, or does not. What matters is the quality of my overall play, regardless of my position at the end. Oh my god, wow, I'm just terrible at this. Jeez. Alright, well, I'm not even in first. This is scam. Now I'm in first. Okay. So basically my goal is to get as many kills as I can and getting as few deaths as I can. Because I've devised a rating system, which increases my rating if I get a kill, decreases my rating if I die. And I'm basically using this system to gauge, or to not only gauge my level of skill at this game per se, yeah, double kill there. It looked pretty cool though. Not only to gauge my level of skill at the game, but also just to kind of prove to myself that a system like this can work in a game like this. Because typically these sort of rating systems, you see them in two-player games, like one, the Batman, my rival. So yeah, you basically see this in sort of one-on-one player games like chess or Pokemon, if you've played Pokemon Showdown. You also may have seen this commonly used on dual servers. From my understanding, though not my experience, the Seka network, I don't know how you pronounce it, uses a rating system like ELO, as I'm trying to do. And while it's kind of hard to exactly implement rating changes based on your placement, because, well, it's very easy, at least, to adapt this system to, instead of hedging on the result of a game, or hinging on the result, the right word, to actually take into account kills and deaths. Boy. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm basically trying to see how good I am based on, you know, the kills and deaths I get on a game-to-game basis. I started last stream at a rating of 1,000, which is what I would consider to be the sort of beginning rating. Like if you are rated 1,000, all this should tell you is that you are a new player to the system. You have not played much, and you're still trying to find your rating. I would consider a rating of 1,500. Oh, the Batman guy left. Okay, so you pretty much have a lock on this game. Oh, that's funny. So, so just gonna let me kill you over and over again. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh my god. So much for my KDR. Oh, that was, my god, that guy absolutely destroyed my kill death ratio. That guy was pretty good, but I guess I won because I killed faster than he did. But clearly this guy, was able to play more efficiently in terms of kills and deaths. And I'd say that's a mark of a better player rather than getting more kills per game, at least necessarily. So, just because there are all these nuances in determining the better player, a win does not mean everything, and that's kind of another motivation for rating. But basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the kills and deaths as listed on my screen right here, plug them into a little program I wrote, and see how my rating changes. Currently it's at 1,129, so let's see what happens. This may take a while. But as you can see, more players in this game had more deaths than kills. And that's fine, right? That's allowed to happen. But in a traditional rating system, generally having more deaths than kills means that you have your actual rating is lower than the starting rating. And that's it's a bit of a problem, because this would mean that it would be better for you to just kind of have a whole new account, or get a whole new account, in order to increase your rating. Like, you can just quit the game, start a new account, and your rating just goes back up to 1,000. So this is kind of like a poorly designed system. My idea is that if I make a system, that 1,000 is the absolute bottom. By the way, my rating did increase to 1,169. That's not a 9. 69. Nice. And my performance rating, at least for that last game, was 2,373, meaning that if I just kept having performances like that, that would be the point which my rating eventually reaches, which I say is pretty good based on what I've done so far. That's actually, I think, higher than any performance I had last stream, and I think that's on account of my better internet today, or better connection to the server. So yeah, as I was saying, if you get more deaths than kills, your rating's just going to go down in general. So my thought is that, well, people don't like their rating immediately going down, and people should also, be able to actually see their rating and be able to compare themselves effectively to other players. And now my connection to the server is bad again. They should be able to see how good they are compared to other players. So, well, typically, rating systems, if you lose, you just go back down immediately. Ooh. No. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so my idea was, I gave that guy all the time in the world to aim. God. Bad. Yeah. So basically, if you the point I'm making is that there needs to be some upward force to differentiate completely new players from players who get more deaths than kills. So the idea is to, as long as your rating is low enough, you get this, when your rating is calculated, there's a little bit of a boost you get to encourage your rating towards a rating of 1,500. Basically, if you're below a rating of 1,500, your rating will increase simply just for playing the game, in order to sort of counterback. I just can't word today. In order to counterbalance the fact that your rating would dip below 1,000 if nothing were to have changed. So the idea is to basically make it so that players who do get more deaths and kills will tend towards a rating of that's above 1,000, even though general principles of a rating system says they shouldn't. So, and another side effect of this is that new players who have a final rating which is even above 1,500 will see their growth be very fast in the beginning. And having kind of fast initial growth, no matter how well you're doing, is, I think, another part of this system which makes it kind of attractive to new players. You get that sort of instant gratification of having your rating go up, even if on account of just playing the game. Oh boy. So that's another idea. I guess it's probably easier to put all these ideas out in writing or something like that, but this is all I have for now. So this is what you guys are gonna get. Actually on pace to have a really good game in terms of kills and death. Ooh. Ill-advised shot. Oh boy, I just missed all of those. What? Okay. Where's that other guy? He's right there. You. Got him again. Got it. Got you. And you. Ooh. That was my bad. I'm pretty sure my KDR is going to be higher this game. I don't think I've died 16 times. I hope I haven't died 16 times, or else I think. Okay. Well, I did not die 16 times, so that's, I'm going to have, my rating's also going to go up quite a bit. And my performance rating is going to be higher. Let's see what it is. So I'm kind of estimating it's going to be around 2,500. So again, right now, because my performance ratings are so high, it really won't affect how my rating changes. It's just going to go up. Question is by how much. And so once I get closer to 2,000, you'll see this prevent my rating from going up entirely, maybe. One moment. And at some point, when I'm up at like 2,200 or something, my rating might start to go down. You never know. And let's see what the final verdict is. What's my rating going to change? So yeah, my rating actually goes up quite a bit. It's now 1,212. And my performance rating was 2,431. So I guess for those keeping track at home, that means if I continue to play like this, you'll see my rating climb up to 2,400 and so. Another thing about this rating system is that, well, yes, you're seeing quite a lot of growth at the beginning. The growth starts to slow down as I get closer to my performance ratings. And so, well, it might seem like to reach a rating of like 2,400, it would take me like, I don't know. I'm trying to do the math in my head. Take me like 40 or 50 games. In reality, it's actually going to take closer to a couple hundreds of games. Oh, I missed that. Sometimes I get a little bit too confident in the fact that my shots hit. Oh, he has like the thing on his back. That's pretty cool. Ooh, I could have dodged that better. There are people behind me. What are you doing? You're just waiting for somebody to get clean? So yeah, it's actually going to take a couple hundred games for me to get up to my actual rating. And so in this way, using rating as a replacement for like wins on a leaderboard would still require players to play the amount of games it would take to at least get onto the leaderboard, at least to some degree. This number won't change at all, like the amount of games you need to play, which makes it good if there are very old servers, i.e. all of them, whose leaderboards, take hundreds or thousands of games and maybe even that many hours to get onto and make it far in. So that's another idea in terms of the properties of this system. Oh no, you stole my kill. Now you're gonna kill me. No, no, no. So if this were to be actually implemented completely properly, my rating would change after every kill based on the rating of the person I just killed. So this guy, yeah, and so if that guy I just fought, let's say, had a very low rating, I just killed him, my rating wouldn't go up that much. If this guy, for some reason, had like a higher rating, my rating would go up more from killing him. So the actual performance rating and rating change I'm suggesting is just an approximation. It's the best approximation I can do. At least it's also kind of assuming some things about like this environment being perfect for and for rating purposes. But in the real world, probably a lot of players wouldn't be at their actual rating quite yet. Ooh. Ooh, that was kind of lucky. Oh, what the? Oh, you. He jumped over my arrow? What happened there? Kind of hard for me to see because of lag. I guess that brings up an interesting point. What happens if you just die? Like, how does your rating change if you die? So that was a pretty good game. Let me first calculate my rating, and then I'll describe some more intricacies of the system I have in mind. All right, one moment. All right, let's see how my rating is going to change. But in terms of dying, well, the idea is that you still lose rating for dying because it's kind of your fault that you die. If you die on your own, that's an indication that you were not skilled enough to live in that moment. I know it's kind of like a tough luck sort of mentality, but basically it's just well, this is indicative of your skill. Okay, let's see what my rating becomes. Well, I gained 30 points. It's 1,242 now. It's going up a lot. Although my performance was only about 2,300. So hopefully if I keep streaming or keep progressing, well, while keeping track of my rating, and I get to 2,300, then I'm really going to have to push to make it to 24 or 2,500 even. I'm not sure if that is even possible for me, much less anyone. And so I think that, and so that would be indicative of sort of my final rating. And it'll go up, it'll go down. It might change differently in different games. In a game like this, where the kills and deaths are so volatile, you may not be able, or where it's very easy to die. And kill death ratios don't get up to like 20 or so. Because I can't imagine someone getting a KDR of 20 in a game like this. That was weird. But a game like this, I guess the ratings would be spread out a lot less than other games, say like Skywars, where players can win like 10, 20 games in a row even. And if they do that, then they're getting all the kills without any deaths. So their rating will just continue to go up without going down. So for games like Skywars, at least under a system like this, nice kill steal. Ooh, no. For games like this, yeah, for a game like this, I wouldn't expect people's ratings really to get even over 3,000 unless they're playing in games, unless they're doing really well in games with higher rated players. But then there may be an issue of sort of being able to inflate your rating by intentionally playing higher rated players. So it's getting kind of hard to say. But God, I can't hit this guy. But again, it's how to game the system is kind of hard to say. but I can only assume it'll be much more difficult than, you know, wind farming. And I have some ideas about how to do that. That guy, that guy, the way he hit me was really weird. But, and it's hard to say if that's lag or whatever. I'm gonna have to get into a good fight with him. Oh God. It's either that guy is like really good at PvP or there's something else going on. He doesn't seem to have too much game sense. These guys are on mobile, it's kind of funny. At least I think they're on mobile, because no one on mobile strafes like that. Or only people on mobile strafe like that. Or I guess if you're playing 1.9 combat, because I've seen strafes like that too. Where are you? I just can't do anything right now. At least I'm not dying, so there's that. I'm not. This guy always hit me. This is so really weird. I mean, it's very hard for this guy to not trade, but he's just. I don't know. Maybe they are good. It's just, maybe it's very. I don't have much experience with. Oh no. May not have much experience with like. Kind of laggy combat like this. But again, it's kind of hard to say. Something about that just doesn't feel. That's another thing about this game. People just spawn in wherever. You're never really safe. Game sense, to some degree, goes out the window. Alright, that was actually a lot better, I think. I think this is a 2400 performance, but we'll have to see. But actually, like, these games have actually been pretty good. Usually, there are like a lot of people who just don't even get one single kill. That's kind of weird. But everyone here has been putting in at least some amount of work. And yeah, I mean, even those players would have their rating grow at least to some degree. Because I think being able to differentiate a new player from a bad player, to use that word, I guess, objectively, is something that this system should be able to do. But yeah, 2400 performance. My rating's up to 1275, which is pretty good. Well, pretty good pace, that is. But again, you'll see as soon as I start to, ooh, no. As soon as I start to get to, ooh, what? Oh, we actually got the kill. That was pretty cool. As soon as I get towards 2000, as soon as I can get near that, then you'll see my rating start to stagnate a little bit. And that might be cool to see. Then, you know, this will really turn into a grind. And to some degree, it should be a grind. Oh, I missed. That's embarrassing. Okay. Right, I should be doing better. Again, I turned chat off just because it's like blocking half my screen. I know it's cool to see how it. Wait, wait, did I kill someone who was right in front of me? Just like walked into me the second I shot it. That was pretty cool, I guess. Ooh. Can't do exactly too much here besides. Yeah. Oh no. That can only work so much, I guess. Oh, very close, very close. And that was pathetic. At the very least, rating doesn't like take into account gameplay. So like little mistakes like these, where I just kind of make a fool of myself. Well, to whoever's watching. There's sort of random tree here. Oh no, I didn't get it off in time. That's alright. That's alright. I'm not under too much pressure because well, my rating is low and it's going to go up no matter what. But ooh. Oh no! I realized too late. No! I shot too high. Ah, you look behind him. I think that guy's on PC. Must be. I think that was even better. And oh no. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see, we'll see. I'm probably gonna pass 1300 with this. Uh, because I made the system give you a little boost if you're below 1500. As soon as I hit 1500, things are gonna start being a little bit more difficult. At least as soon as I approach 1500, because again you have diminishing returns. Yeah, so as I was saying last game, this game there were multiple people who just didn't manage a kill. That's kind of unfortunate. In that case, I mean, obviously your rating is going to go down no matter what. But as long as you can get a kill and don't have too many deaths, Let's see. Yeah. Your rating should eventually go up. I think at the beginning, a bunch of people's rating will dip down maybe like 50, 100 points, but they'll easily be able to rebound once the general rating of the population goes up. So if a system like this were to be implemented, you'll see sort of ratings sort of balloon out, like in all directions at first, and then as some people's ratings start to rise higher, above the 1,000 threshold, the people whose ratings dip below 1,000 will start to rise up past 1,000 again. I didn't even change my rating. Oh, look at that, 1,307. Another 2,400 performance. So that's pretty good. I guess my target based on these is that 2,400 is like a good benchmark. I'm not sure what's realistically possible, like what the best players would be able to get. But I think that at least under this system, 2,400 is yeah, 2,400 certainly good. So I guess that's my goal. Ooh, it's a VIP. Dang. It's like, look at me. I paid money. Don't go for me, please. I guess it's cool on some level, but like on other levels, it's just like everyone expects you to be like really good. In reality, you're just supporting the server. No. That was kind of pathetic. But you know what? I got the kill, so that's all that matters. Oh no. I mean, I kind of knew that was going to happen. I just had some small amount of hope that it wouldn't go like that. Same thing there. They're kind of... Oh no. Actually being caught up to. There you go. Guy says Ender Creeper, and then he's not even a creeper, but a mob from the not even end. That's probably the, I don't know, the most Minecraft-y thing I could possibly have. Yeah, there are three numbers at the end. Alright, so it's not quite an Xbox name, I think. There's a fourth number at the end. That would be probably the most Minecraft Bedrock name ever. I mean, I guess I see a little bit of irony in that. Oh no. What? Okay, I guess that's what I get for... Okay. I think that makes up for it, doesn't it? I don't know. We'll see. Oh. kind of let him have that one. But yeah, I think we're still doing well. We're gonna win the game, of course, which under the traditional system would be enough. Of course, winning is never enough. Okay. All right. Well, certainly not going to be a 2400 performance, but it's something. It's gonna get my rating up. But yeah, so again with this, I'm getting like a KDR of like anywhere from like 3 to 5. It's on average 4. 4 is a good number to say on average, maybe 4.5. And that this is taking my rating to 2400. So imagine if I took my actual like survival game statistics, which have a KDR of, I guess if I recall correctly, it was like 23. But there was a stream I did where I won 100 games in one stream, and throughout that stream I had a KDR of 50. So you can only imagine what the rating performance must be like. It might be from like 3,000, 4,000 with a KDR of 23. But of course, it's going to take a while to get there. Okay. Well, my good news is that my performance rating wasn't that bad. It was still over 2,300. But now my rating is 1,330, not 7, 4. I'm not that cool. I can't get 69 and 1337 in the same stream. Oh, tried too hard. It's a cool name. Oh, that was my bad. I saw the guy right there. Just kind of hoping he didn't shoot me or missed it. That's okay. That guy, I think, feels familiar. I think I played him the other day while practicing for this stream, or this set of streams. Just like making sure my program ran okay. And that I could manage doing this in a reasonable amount of time. I like the name Half Moon. So, very commendable. That was a pretty good dodge. That was a one tap there, so can't exactly blame them. Oh, that actually brings me to another point I wanted to make about this system. Clearly, getting a kill when your opponent starts with full health is much more demonstrates a higher level of skill. I would think, or it's certainly a better achievement than just getting the last hit on someone, let's say by cleaning them. So the idea I had about in this system too, to basically making this less of an issue. There we go. And you no. How'd I end up at the back of this? And kill. And I got all of them. Nice. Anyway, so the idea is would be to make it so that getting a kill, you know, when your opponent has full health, increases your rating much more than getting a kill when your opponent has like no health would. And there's a very simple way to do that. The way the ELO system works is you gain rating by doing better than expected. And so typically expected is a number between 0 and 1, as to like your percent chance or your expected score against them, against another player. So if you win, obviously it's a score of 1, and if you lose, it's a score of 0. So in most systems, this represents your win rate against this opponent, just simply based on your rating. But the actual result doesn't have to be, you know, 1 or 0. Doesn't have to be binary like that. It can be somewhere in between. For instance, if you tie in a game, you know, the result's going to be 0.5. So the thought is that if the result is 1, make it so that the result is 1. If you, I walked right in front of that guy. The result is 1. If you dealt, the result is 1 if you dealt full, and the result is close to 0.5, maybe a little higher, if you dealt like just the final blow. So that means that you won't be gaining rating, or as much rating if you clean someone, than if you, you know, beat them in a full, you know, fair fight. I think that makes sense. If you clean someone who has higher rating than you, then you'll gain rating. That's just kind of how the system works, unfortunately. Or at least that system would work. But, I mean, it's kind of their fault for getting cleaned anyway. So, to some degree, you deserve those extra points. Of course, that extra is just, you know, very little. Or would be fairly little. So. Oh, that was actually a really good game. I just kind of lost myself in the conversation. This might be performance rating of 2,500. I'm holding my breath for that. But basically, yeah, the idea would then be to basically incentivize players to pursue like actual fights, and if they win those actual fights, then they will be rewarded with much more rating than they would otherwise be rewarded from like cleaning fights. Let's see. Of course, there'd be a weird problem where if you clean someone who has far less rating than you, you're actually set to lose rating, and you get a kill. So that's kind of like weird. You don't want to lose rating for getting a kill. That sounds kind of stupid. So the obvious fix is that if you would lose rating based on this rule, you don't. No rating change. So basically, it's like cleaning someone just doesn't do anything to your rating. So it's just, you know. So yeah. But if a system were actually to be implemented, of course, this is just a suggestion as to how to change the system. There'd have to be a lot of consideration taken as to the ways the system could be gamed. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 2,537 as a rating performance for last game, which is really good. And I'm at 1,366. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Wait, I think that Alex guy I've played before in this game, or somewhere on this server. So I don't know. They just seem very familiar. Oh, it's a terrible shot. Good on them for getting me back there. Oh no. Okay. What? I actually got a kill there? The traffic miss. Oh boy. Someone's behind me, I had a feeling. Shoot. Oh wait, the Manuel guy I also faced yesterday. He was pretty good. Or at least not that. Tried adjusting and I just kind of bumped my desk. Yeah, the Manuel guy got off to like a really good start in this game I played yesterday, and then kind of fell apart at the end. So. Ooh. But yeah. So I'm very excited about the fact that I got rating performance of 2,500, which I think proves that if I can get consistent enough at like doing really well at this game, that a rating of 2,500 is certainly possible for me at least. I'm sure it was possible for anyone, but most definitely possible for me. Well, another advantage of the rating system is the notion of activity, right? With wins, right? I guess, well, basically the idea is that if you're inactive, you're not on the leaderboard anymore, right? You're not a player who, is in the game anymore. Your efforts, while not completely nullified, are not recognized currently because of your lack of commitment, at least presently, to the game. Now, of course, this can be remedied by simply just playing the game again. It should be able to be remedied by simply playing the game again. But I guess subsequently, you'll have to prove that that you still play at the same level. And you'll have to play games, which, if you can't keep up to that level of performance, you'll eventually drop. And I think that's, generally fair. If the wins leaderboard, if you're, kicked off it for being inactive, just kind of doesn't make sense because, well, I guess it does make sense, but it just doesn't really achieve anything. I guess it shows the active players, but, I don't know, it just kind of feels weird to just completely remove them for a time and then remove them back. And they can just kind of get back their position just like that. They don't really have to work for it. And they just have to play a lot, of course. But they don't have to really, prove their skill. They just have to prove that they can continue to win games and persist at doing so. Of course, the way this has been remedied are with weekly and monthly leaderboards, as opposed to on top of an all-time leaderboard, but this kind of runs into the same problem. The people who are at the top of it are the people who can devote the most time, and the reality is, not everyone has that time. And I think allowing people who may not have the time to grind the game like every second of every day, what? I only had 3 deaths that game? This is going to be an insane performance. Of course, there weren't too many kills. So yeah, basically the idea is you want to allow people to make it far on the leaderboards without having to know life. Because not everyone can know life. And yes, you can make the decision to know life, but some people actually have lives. I know I got a comment on my last stream saying someone missed it because they were working. Uh, that's exactly the point I have. They can't be there every second of every day. 2600 performance. I'm at 1387. You can certainly see this is slowing down now because I only gained 20 rating for like my best performance yet. Of course, another thing is that the amount of rating you get each game is proportional to the amount of kills you actually get. So yeah, you can like get one kill and no deaths and your rating will go up. It'll only go up a tiny bit. And especially if the ratings are rounded after each game, if you get really high and get only one kill without dying, your rating might only gain a small fraction of a point, which won't actually result in any real meaningful change when the list is actually, or when your rating is actually updated. Anyways, so we said the whole another. Wait, I played you the other day too, on stream, I believe. No. Anyway, so once you get really far, there is on top of like quality of gameplay, you need to not only can be able to get a good KDR, but also be able to get a high amounts of kills in each game. And I think that's kind of the end thing. It's like not only just the quality of your games, but the sheer amount of stuff you get done. For example, in Skywars, right? You may get like 20 game win streaks, right? And you won't lose rating because you don't die. But if you already have a really high rating, you're not going to gain much rating from getting like 3 kills in a game because that might be less than half a point, which is what's needed to round up to the nearest rating point. You only may gain like 0.2 rating if your opponents are low enough rated. So you really need to get like 5-6 kills in a game, like kill half the lobby, in order to even gain rating. And it basically just becomes a struggle of how many times can you get this game without losing, or a game like this without losing. And it's not just being careful and trying not to lose, but you also have to be able to win, like seriously win, like in a dominant fashion. I didn't even kill the guy. You messed up. So did you. So I guess that's kind of like the end goal. And then it's not quite grindy. You have to play in order to gain rating, but it also just comes about, how dominant you are. And at some point in order to progress further, you need to improve your gameplay, not simply just play, but to seriously get better. And I mean, if you're at the point where you can't get any better, then you just need to play and maintain active status on the leaderboard in order to I saw somebody. Am I blind? Yeah, you need to maintain active status on the leaderboards in order to oh, no. In order to maintain your spot, especially at the top or towards the top for certain. Oh, nice. I was scared that wouldn't hit him. That was a bad shot. Or I mean, it was a good shot. It was a little too high. I don't know. Some maps I like better because I'm able to get more kills. But like this map is one of the maps I get like a higher KDR on for some reason. I don't know why. It's just easier for me to. Ooh. Guess I can just kind of stay here and try to preserve my KDR by all means. Oh boy. I'll rip KDR. Well, if I got that shot, that would have been really good because I would have been able to just kind of fire more arrows into the skirmish. That was a good shot. Ooh, that was also really good. You'll probably see my rating jump up at least 20 points from this. And I had a similar KDR to last game. No, actually, I had a bit of a lower. So this will still be probably 2,500 plus, but you'll see my rating go up by like at least 20, which is very good to see. All right, let's see. Let's see. Am I going to pass 1,400? Am I going to get one step closer to proving I'm average? As I said, average is 1,500. So if I can pass a rating of 1,500, that means I've proved that I'm at least average, at least in terms of my performance in the game. That doesn't say anything about my my quality as a human. I will not say I consider myself an above average person. This brings to mind a clip, I think from like some talk panel where one guy just blurts out, it's like, I consider myself an above average person, and everyone's just like that's a very bold statement to say. All right, let's see. Performance 2,700. That's really good. Or 2,688. And not only do I go to 1,400, but I'm at 1,415. That's actually really good. And I'm nearly 2,700. So again, I don't think that's something I can maintain permanently. But for certain, no, I'm gonna die to this guy. Also, oh, at least I didn't die to the guy I thought I'd die to. I pulled out an extra kill. Alright, let me sort of recenter myself. What hit me? Is there another guy down there? Oh, wow. Got the shot off. I just missed a point blank shot because I was scared the guy would turn on me. Oh my god. That's frustrating, but it's okay, it's okay. I'll do fine. Oh no, that was a bad shot. Oh no, that was bad. Tried being too quick because I saw that there were people shooting at me. This is also a really good game. I think I'm hitting my stride here, of course. Of course I say that, and I can't get the kill. But that's okay. I was losing saturation. And at some point, if you get, like, a high enough sort of kill streak, where you stay alive long enough without dying, or I lost hunger, not saturation. I'm always losing saturation, but hunger was the proper term. But yeah, what I wanted to say is that the way this game is designed, if you do really well, you start to, like, lose hunger, and eventually you just can't run anymore. You can't sprint. You just have to walk. Oh my god, as soon as I tried to make that little adjustment, I knew. Wait, I hit you, but you respawned in the exact same. That's kind of funny. No! I tried strafing too hard and I played myself. Oh, at least I have an arrow now. And I missed it. I wasted it. Oh, hit somebody behind me. That's thank you, I guess. Oh boy. Oh, good dodge. I'm not sure if he had me in mind there. Oh, you didn't know about the window. It's pretty slick. I didn't know about the window either until just then. Oh. I don't think my performance rating is going to be as high as last game. Oh, only you could get up there. That would have been kind of a game changer. Oh no! Alright, well I got 2 arrows. I should be able to defend myself. Somewhat. To some degree. For the rest of the game. I don't quite think I have the same KDR like last time, but this is still going, yeah, less than 10 deaths. I'm always pleased to see a single-digit number of deaths. So, unfortunately, due to the presence of a lot of players who had many fewer kills than deaths, I don't think my performance rating will be that high. The way my performance rating calculation works is it essentially just simulates the game over and over and over again. And then sees kind of what the rating flatlines to. So it basically is. So the performance rating is the actual definition, is the rating which you would need to be for you to not gain rating from the game. But since I have no clue what my opponent's ratings are, I try to estimate that by calculating everyone's performance rating kind of at once in one fell swoop. And the way I do that is by just playing by having this program run the rating calculations like 300 times until the ratings kind of flatline out, like at a certain amount. And so then what it does is it takes those ratings it's calculated for my opponents and then puts them in place of my opponent's ratings and calculates how my rating, given what you see on screen, if it started there. Basically, my rating started with what you see on screen. It got to 1436 from the last game, which had a performance of only 2370. Oh no. Oh no, I'm lagging. I didn't even get that kill. Oh my god. basically, if we were to basically simulate that over and over again, my rating would eventually become 2,370. But if we just simulate one game with all the ratings that we got from my opponents, in place of basically treating my opponents as if they had ratings generated by that calculation, with the starting rating I have, I would have gained whatever points would have gotten me to 1,436, I believe. That's a cool name, Nuclear Mushroom. Come down. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, really good shot. That's the guy who's in second right now. Oh, hit the guy who fell. That's funny. Ooh. Got me back. No. The guy's actually keeping a pretty good pace. So, I have to fight to win this one. Ooh. Oh, wow. They're actually, like, really keeping pace. Oh. Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming. Alright. Well, I hope I calculated it correctly. If not, I'm going to recalculate it after stream. Still maintaining kind of a narrow 5-kill lead. Well, I think this guy most certainly has a higher KDR than I do. I'm lagging real hard. Have to reconnect. Although it doesn't seem to be on my end, it just seems to be that... Oh my god. God. Everyone's everywhere. Can't do anything. Oh, that was a terrible, poor shot I knew as soon as it left my bow. Huh. I think he... Oh, waited too long. Alright, I'm pulling away, so... And... But yeah, sometimes you have to, like, go full sweat mode in order to, you know, maintain a good performance, so... Oh, that was actually really fortuitous. Alright. Yeah, I had a lot of kills there. Oh dang, that guy had a better KDR than I did. But of course he had fewer kills, so that may not amount to as much. But let's see. Or as much rating, as much of a performance rating. But well, let's see. I really hope I didn't miss a game. Yeah, I don't think I did. Ooh, only a performance rating of 2,264. But I still got quite a bit. I'm at up to 1463 now. So that's still pretty good. Yeah, that was a tough game. But I still did pretty well. I still did pretty well. Oh no. Inside the house. Oh no, come on. Being sorry about that. But we're all good. This will have to be my last game, unfortunately. But so unless I get like 50 kills in the next 3 minutes, I don't think I'll be able to prove that I'm average this stream. Ooh, what a good shot. The exit. Come on. Alright. Good dodge, I guess. Oh. I got hit. Somehow, despite being half AFK for like most of the game, I'm doing pretty well. What? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. This is fine. Ooh. Oh. Oh boy. Come on. There's someone behind me. Oh, I missed both of them. Right. 20 more seconds. Come on. Just need to close this out. Do decently well. This is somehow pretty good. Alright, let me quickly do this rating calculation. I don't think it will get me to 1500, but we will have to see. We will have to see. And anticipation builds to see what my final rating will be. It'll be 1,488. 12 points short. That's okay. My performance rating was nearly 1,400 again. 2386. So again, I'd say this stream was pretty good. I proved, well, almost proved that I'm average. But I think it's very clear that I'm certainly average. At least in terms of my performances. So yeah. I'll get back on this grind very soon. That's all the time I got today to do this. So I'll be going. See you.